Okay, so here's my H&R correct grade M1 Garand. I got through a friend of mine several years ago. And I'm going to give you a very up-close view of some of the fine details on this rifle. So the man that I got this through actually informed me that it was indeed military issue and served in Greece. It was originally advertised to me and him as a collector's grade, and it was, I think, going for 1,200 bucks at the time, and we thought that was one hell of a steal. Well, turns out upon closer inspection, this actually might just be a correct grade. So never had it appraised or anything, but it's pretty much pristine. It does have a few nicks and dings in some spots. But other than that, this thing is in absolutely phenomenal shape considering it was an issued gun. Like I said, the stock might have some minor wear and tear just from handling, but the metal on this thing is absolutely perfect. The only minor complaint I have is a small little burr that's on the rear aperture sight. I still take it out and shoot it on occasion. I've probably put about 600 rounds through it in the 10 years that I've owned it. Like I said earlier, at the time it was $1,200. I ended up getting it talked down to $1,000, which would be unheard of today, considering it's an H&R. Here's a top view of the bolt. White lithium grease is what I keep this lubricated with. I think I've only had to actually re-grease it once in the time that I've owned it. My apologies for any camera shake here. This lens, which can see into your moral character, is pretty difficult to use handheld. The jittering you're seeing is actually my heartbeat. Here's a look at the front side and the muzzle, which does have a slight bit of wear. Bayonet lug. Now there's a little tiny bit of damage to the end of the muzzle where it looks like it was dropped or drug against the ground or something. And there goes my heartbeat again. So I tend to clean this rifle every 50 to 100 rounds that I shoot it, or if it's going to leave it sitting in the safe for a while, I'll usually clean it up. But here's one of the minority battle scars this rifle has. That is the hammer that is resting against the back of the bolt. Here's another look at that stamp on the side. Try to hold the camera in focus here. And here is the butt plate with the hatch that they actually used to keep the grease in to lubricate these. Very heavy to open. There it goes. Need to clean all that out. So these guns are super fun to shoot. They look like they kick really hard, but they really don't at all. It's actually a very soft, smooth recoil. But that being said, it will move you quite a bit. But the actual snap or impulse to the shoulder is really low. So that pretty much wraps this up, but hope you enjoyed watching, and I'm planning on putting a video of me shooting this soon.